Good day everyone. So today we're going to be starting a new series called Trial Run. The idea of Trial Run is that it's going to be fairly similar to the 20 minutes of series that I started on earlier in the year, except that there isn't going to be a time limit like obviously 20 minutes of was a series where I was going to play around 20 minutes, give or take like a minute or two of the beginning of the game. This time we're going to just give as much time as needed, so if the game needs 15 minutes or so to show everything off, we'll do it in 15, but if a game we need to play like 30 or 40 minutes to get through the prologue of a game or something, for instance, we'll do that. So it's kind of a similar idea where we sort of show off a game but with no time limit really, so a bit more free. I think in terms of any kind of rules, I'm going to kind of loosely base it off, even though we won't really need the max time. I'll make an hour and a half for max time, even though I know that we won't need to go over that. And I'll say that just because for Steam, they say if you play the game for under 2 hours, and then you can still try and get a refund for it if it's not your thing. I believe it's like under 2 hours and you've had the game for less than 2 weeks or something along them lines. So I think having kind of that very high upper limit may help it. I'm sure we're not going to get anywhere near even an hour. So anyway, we'll get into the game. So this is OlliOlli, the original the first OlliOlli should I say, developed by Roll7, which I think based in somewhere in southern England or Midlands England, and originally published by 12 Digital, although I think Curve Digital published this game on a couple of the platforms. It was originally released in January 2014 on PlayStation Vita, then was released on PC in July, PS3 and PS4 in August, and then later on after that on Android, Wii U, 3DS and Xbox One. So it's on quite a few platforms. I think the sequel, OlliOlli 2 Welcome to Hollywood, was released in September 2014 on Vita and is now on a number of different platforms. Although I don't think it's on PC yet, but I'm currently playing it on the PC version, which is getting released at some point in late July. We're currently on build 4430 or 1.0.2 the Steam upper thing says. So if we just have a quick look at the options, which doesn't seem to want to work. There we go, I had to click on the window for whatever reason. So obviously there's key bindings, although I think for a game like this I would probably recommend playing it with a controller, especially with it being made originally for PlayStation Vita, and I think it plays better with a controller with like the normal buttons and analog sticks and everything that Vita does have. Physically for settings it's really simple, since the graphics aren't like AAA 3D photorealistic kind of scale of it. It's got its very own style which works really well with the game. So it's basically, do you want to play in full screen and what resolution do you want to play at? You've got your audio here, language and credits for the games, which I don't know how long the credits actually are. Probably not too long. So if we go straight into it, we may as well go through the tutorial. So for pushing, yep, it's basically press A to push, which again is really simple. That kind of effect that happens when you finish the level or finish part of the tutorial. So I'll just skip through things since I've played before. If you hold down and you sort of let go, you then do the ollie, and then you press A when you get near the ground to try and get, like, you can either get sloppy, I think average, sick, and the best one, which is perfect. You want to try and go for perfect if possible. Obviously if you don't press anything it'll always be sloppy. So that was sick. So it could have been better, but could have been worse. And again, that was sick. So it kind of you kind of get used to the bleh. My mind's just going completely blank. Well, you'll get used to the controls and the it's a very perfectionist kind of game where it's easy easy to get used to it, but very difficult to master and get perfects every time with the great grinds and flips in and out of moves and spins as well. So again, there's no manuals in this game. In fact, they were added for OlliOlli 2. See, so that was perfect. We did some flips in and out as well. You can get, I think you can get perfect grinds on the rails, which make it go faster on the rails. Although of course there's a speed limit. So yeah, we're starting to get a little bit better at the perfects now. A little bit better. Oh, I am anyway. It's been a while since I've played properly. And obviously you can get combos, which includes flips as well. Flips give you more combos. And of course that's what happens when you don't press A when you're near the ground. You get a sloppy move. Then sometimes you're bad like me and then just don't do any flip tricks. Or you could kind of play it like that just to get a bit more of a multiplayer, which will make a combo even better. So yeah, the perfect style of it is the same for grinds as well. So it takes a little bit to get used to. Are we gonna? Ah, there we go. It may take a little bit to sort of get used to the controls. It shouldn't take too long, but it will take quite a bit to get great at the game. But I think that's one of the things that the game does well. It lets you get good easily. So obviously I've reset my saver there. Funnily enough, the first time I played this on the PC, I played through this Urban 1 level and basically just tried to get the highest score I could possible. Looks like the highest score now is a cheat based one because it's 19,999,000, yeah. But I did end up getting 28th. I think I was at like 20th when I got that score about a year ago. So I think to be still 28th, I think is pretty. Well, I think my score was like 140,000 or something, which I was doing basically about as good as I could get, because I was sort of doing not that. But so basically, any time that I would act sloppy, which I am at the moment, I'm doing terrible at the moment. So yeah, you can do spins. And then when you get to the line, you know where is the end. And I got Dizzy achievement again, which is interesting. So obviously you get U level. So we've got a score of 20k and a combo of 6k. So you can, if you go back there, so for each level there are 5, I guess, quests or objectives that you can do. So let's go and try and do the no sloppy landing one. And then I end up screwing it up, don't I? Because I was like, what am I doing? There's probably my mum in the background coming through the mic. So we're going to try and play it safe. I can't remember what the 5th objective was. Should be fine, because that wasn't sloppy, that was just sketchy. So yeah, we've got the no sloppy landings and land the front side should be. So if we go back, it's land a trick perfect. Land a trick perfect, what? Oh, there we go. And then we get... So we're not doing too bad. If we go down here, then basically we've gotten everything that we can get in this area, and it's basically sort of similar to if we just make our way back. So each one has 5 levels, so, or for amateur at least, you go down to urban and then you go to junkyard, then you go to port, base, and then neon city. So it gets more difficult as it goes along. Like I think on the Vita I got to beginning of neon city, and some of the tracks are a case of sort of like testing it out and getting used to the layout and knowing when to jump and when to not jump and where to jump, in a sense, especially nearer the end, and it gets a lot more difficult to get the higher like super high scores, at least in terms of leaderboards. Like I think for some of these, like in Neon City, for like the high score crest is more near, like it'll be a few 100,000 probably. And then of course we've got the pro. So let's try one of the pro ones, shall we? See how this goes. Probably not very well. And that, I don't even know what happened there. So yeah, it takes a bit to it can take a little bit to get used to the game. And what the hell even happened there? So yeah, these will take you more. I'll say don't do these straight away. So we're not doing too bad now that we've got a little bit of practice. Ah, we failed right at the end. Oh well, I supposedly completed, oh I got the score of 40,000, okay. So let's try and do the amateur one. Be a little bit better. So it's a lot of this. As I said, there's 5 areas. And some of the quests do differ, so on this one there's these grind icons that you need to collect, which is one of the challenges. So some challenges have like want you to get a certain grind or a certain trick. Some want you to get a certain like gap, or grind a certain amount of times, or do no flip tricks or whatever. So we got it to 5-0. And we got combo task it and 40k high score. And we have the maxi combo as well, which is cool. And tear it up. I think we did all of it. I think we did every single objective. I think we did every single one there, which is crazy. Yeah, we did in one go. Oh yeah, like a boss. So let's do this again, and then I'll show you the daily grind challenge, I think. Or we could fail very badly. So I would like to do one or more of these, and I think it would open up opportunities to sort of get through some of my backlog of games, because I do have a lot of them on Steam, and it'd be good to try some of them out, because I think some of them I would probably never play, and it'll give me a chance to play some more interesting games as well. And I don't have to stick to like brand new games. I can obviously play oh, need to concentrate there. I can play older games, can play newer games, can play PC games, can play console games, can play Android and iOS games if I was able to, which obviously I don't have the stuff of that at the moment, but I think you can use Andy for Android games, so I might have to look at that later. So I don't know if we got any for that. We got 120k. Oh, we got 4. Okay, I didn't even realise. We just didn't land a kickflip. Okay. Okay, so we can go back to level select. So I think what I'll do is I will, obviously if we go to the trick area, it'll show you all the tricks that you can do and what to do. It's kind of it's kind of similar-ish controls to, well, it's very different to EA's Skate franchise, but fairly similar controls in that you sort of do use the left analog stick to do your moves, unlike Tony Hawk's, which is usually like A and then A or B and then something on the directional pad to do all your tricks. Of course, for like frontside flips, sometimes it wants you to use LB and RB. I don't think they're particularly used in the EA Skate, but you can't really compare this game to EA Skate and Tony Hawk because it's a completely different style of game. Like, very different. I'd say it would be better off if you need to compare it to different platformers, different like side-scrolling platformers rather than actual skate games, because it's very different, and I think that's a good thing. So let's try sports. So I've not actually tried sports before. Oh, that was it. Okay, so spots, I'm guessing the spots are kind of what the daily challenges are based on. So we got a U high score on that, which puts us in 10,008, which is not too bad for the fact that we... let's see if we can try and get higher than that. Ah, no, we've got 37. Bugger, okay. So, like, for this, it's all about the flips and perfects. Obviously, we didn't do it there. We're not... Yeah, it's basically for stuff like this, it seems like you need to get the perfects, or you're going to struggle. So there I got 59, still not good enough. So we'll go back to level select. So that's what the spots are. It's basically different spots to try and get as high up in the leaderboards of that area as possible. So it looks like they have pro ones as well, which I'm guessing they unlock when you do a certain amount of pro challenges, because we've got 1, 2 and 3 unlocked for the spots, but none for 4 and 5. So it's probably, it may be based off having 5 out of 5 stars, I'm not too sure. So if we move out to tutorial, so let's try to play daily grind. So it's kind of similar to what quite a few indie games have, like Spelunky and... Is it just Spelunky? I'm sure. No, Crypto and Necro Dancer I think has a daily sort of game in it. I'm not too sure what else does. I'm not... Bind of Isaac doesn't. I don't think Nuclear Throne does either. So it may just be OlliOlli, Crypto Necro Dancer, and yeah, there'll probably be others, but if we go into it, it's kind of similar, where it's basically a different spot every day. So I'm guessing that's what the spots are for. So this is going to be, it looks like it's going to be another urban one, so we can practice. And then you've got one shot at it, like other daily grinds. So we're going to have a... And then I completely failed. So yeah, you really, like for these spots, you really need to get the perfects. And we got 132 there, so not bad. Let's play it for real. We've got one chance if we bugger it up. And we completely bugger it up by not going quick enough. So what do we get? I'm currently ranked 3rd from that. So it kind of shows that not many people are playing the game. Currently, if I could get 3rd with 11,000, so I'm guessing that's like 3 out of 4 people. So not many people are playing for daily challenges. It's more just to completing stuff. I'm not too sure what platform this is best on, if I'm honest. I feel that I would have to say it may be better on Vita. I feel like it fits very well with being able to just go like play it on the move. I think it's really good at that, and yeah, looks like for this one I need to get things. So yeah, I'm not doing too bad. I feel, yes, it may be best on Vita just because then you'll be able to play it on the move, and I think it fits fairly well with that, especially with the sort of, with it being skateboarding related. Like on PC, you kind of have to play with a controller, but I feel like it works fairly well for PC, so I don't think there's much more to show you actually. We'll go to the next level and try and go to Junkyard. And then I completely buggered that up because the guy wouldn't ollie. So yeah, it's one of them games where you kind of have to concentrate. And then sometimes you can completely bugger it up, but then sometimes the satisfaction of being able to do a long set of tricks, and I've forgotten what I called the term already. Well, I completely buggered that up a little bit near the end. Didn't do too bad. Like for combo, that was it. Like for sometimes you can sort of screw yourself over a little bit and not get a good combo, but then when you do get a long combo and really good score from that, it does feel pretty great. So I think we're probably gonna call it good now. We'll just show you Junkyard one so as you can see there's different looks. I feel like I got a little bit of frame rate lag there, slightly on this level. It doesn't seem to run as well as Urban did. It may just be my eyes, I don't know. It may just be me going loopy. Which it could be the case, I do go loopy a bit sometimes. I didn't, that's the thing. You kind of have to learn the levels a little bit to kind of know that, oh shit, there's something there that you need to run on. I thought the game crashed then. Okay, the games, yeah, maybe it doesn't run very well on, yeah, it looks like it's going not respond at the moment, so this is probably a good time to stop. Thank you very much for watching everyone. We're going to try and do this with multiple different games, and I'm sure that as long as I start getting used to doing this and talking about the game and then playing it for a bit, the quality of the series should get a little bit better over time. I hope so anyway. And we completely bugger it up. We'll just sit on our arse and I'll say goodbye. Goodbye.